This year, I will not be buying school supplies for none of my children to go to school. The teachers could do that. Or better yet, the other parents. Because
it looks like parents don't want to buy school supplies, and I guess it's because the school supplies don't actually become used at the school. And apparently some of it goes into a communal bin. So I'm curious on what your thoughts are on if this is something that's fair to parents. Maybe it's something that we should feel as though we are a community, but not sure what you think. Leave a comment below and let me know.
I don't buy my kids school supplies because I refuse to have my supplies that I pay my money go into the community bin. My school does community bins, and I'm not down for it. I'm never going to be down for it. And before you guys call me a bad person, when I have crayons at my house, my kids don't break the crayons in 3 days. They don't lose their folders in 2 days. So I stopped wasting my money on it the last few years. And that's just kind of how it's going to go. Like, I'm not buying school supplies. I don't think I need to. It's coming up on that time of the year, and they sent out the email, and they're like, they need this. Please don't label anything. Girl, buy. First of all, if I were to cough up the money and pay for school supplies, I'm definitely labeling it. Each individual crayon is going to have my baby's name on it. Second, the teacher can pay for it themselves if they need it so damn bad. If you need folders and this and that, like, half the stuff comes home in the backpack crumpled up anyways. It's never in a folder ever. If, like, the most you might be able to ask me for would be a pencil. Otherwise, everything else is provided for you, so why should I waste my hard-earned money on y'all? Spend your own money. You got the whole summer off to giddy and gaddy while I have to work every single day. Pay for your own school supplies.
I literally opened my eyes and got on TikTok. The first video I came across was of this mom, and she was talking about her kids' teacher was like, can you please stop writing your kids' name on their school supplies because it's not just for your kids. And she was talking about how she didn't have money to buy for everybody in the class. She had money to buy just for her child. The comments in that were freaking crazy. Because why did you have teachers in their comments? As a teacher, I see parents like you who say they don't have money for everybody in the class, but yet your kids come to school with a $100 book bag. Excuse me? I don't care if my kids got a $400 book bag. That does not mean that I had the money in my pocket to go and buy everybody in that classroom school supplies. What? I am flat out not. When they send that school supply list out and they've got 4 boxes of crayons on there, no. I'll get 3 boxes or 2 boxes, and then I'm going to keep what's extra at my house. Now, will I send extra pencil, extra glue stick? Absolutely, because I will tell my child, if you see little Johnny over there or little Sally over there, and they don't have a glue stick, they don't have pencils, you got extra in your pencil box, give them one. But no, I'm not. Ever, will never, am never going to go out here and buy 14 boxes of this, 14 boxes of that, so I can send it to school with my child and it get dumped in a daggone thing for the whole class to just have free grabs out. Please stop trying to normalize that it is one parent's responsibility to buy for 20-some kids, especially when most parents have 2 to 3 to 4 kids themselves nowadays. Crap ain't cheap. It's a struggle making sure that our kids have what they need, let alone to put more of a burden on one parent to go buy for not only their 3 or 4 kids, but also 20 more extra kids in each of those classrooms. Add that up, because I promise you, not many parents has got it like that.
Spending over $100 for school supplies for my daughter that's going into the 3rd grade is absolutely insane. That's not including the backpack, lunchbox, shoes, clothes, none of that. That's just the list for her class. I went to school with a journal of notebook paper and 2 pencils. That was my binder, that was my folder, that was my everything. That's all I needed, and I was ready to rock. My parents did not care about all that.
this year, I will not be buying school supplies for none of my children to go to school. The teachers could do that. Or better yet, the other parents. Because I'm sick and tired of buying, school supplies every single year. And they all get put in this community basket that all the kids in the classroom use. So absolutely not. I refuse to continue buying school supplies for it to be shared around the classroom for all the other students. Absolutely not. So therefore, this year I won't be buying pencils, crayons, paper, notebooks, folders. That is only for the teachers to provide for my children. Or I'm just gonna let the other parents that like to buy all the extra things that is not needed, I'll just let them be the ones to buy it and be the ones to provide for my children. But I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it this year. I'm not doing it next year. I'm never doing it again. Half the time I see that these supplies are thrown out at the end of the year. I've seen videos of teachers throwing out all these supplies. So I'm not gonna do it. You teachers could provide it for my children. Point blank period. There's nothing else left to say.
Here's what I'm trying to figure out. School starts in 30 days for us. School supplies have been out since the last week in June. So what you're saying is I have to get all of my school supplies and all of the new stuff like backpacks, lunch boxes, clothes, shoes in June in order to get what we want. Like everything for summer in the stores is already 70% off because it's basically school season. But it's like there's no way to like, it's forever this like catch-up game.
So I'm going to say this since no other parent is saying it. I'm a parent who does not buy school supplies. Yeah, you heard me right. I do not buy school supplies. And let me tell y'all why. For one instance, I buy all this school supplies for my kids. They take some of it to school, and the teachers take all of the supplies and tell the kids don't write their names on it. What? That's supplies that I bought my kids. And no offense, I'm not trying to share with no other kids. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to share, okay? And this was before the economy got bad. I bought it just for my kids, okay? Another bad experience I had with school supplies. My daughter took the school supplies to school. It wasn't the brand that the teacher wanted. So she still took the school supplies from my child, put it up and said, no, you're going to use the brand that I bought. Okay, cool. Then you buy school supplies, okay? I won't send nothing. I won't send nothing at all, okay? You don't got to worry about this parent right here. I won't send nothing. Third instance, I used to homeschool back in maybe 2020, 21, somewhere around there when, you know, COVID was popping, right? Do you know the school district didn't give me anything for my homeschool program? Because that's what they call it, a program, okay? They didn't give me nothing. So since they didn't give me anything for my program, and then when they entered back into your program, I'm not buying nothing. Anything that my kids need to succeed, you provide everything, okay? I'm not providing anything but the body. And I'm barely doing that. You better be glad I'm doing that.
All right, so I'm gonna answer your question, Erica. So no, I do not buy school supplies for my kids. Never have and never will. If I buy the school supplies, it's honestly going to be a waste of money. Like you said, the schools make the kids share all their school supplies. So I would be wasting money for no reason. I could save that money and use it for something else. Use it on something else. There's parents out there that buy all the extras and buy extras on top of the extras, you know, for the teachers. And that's what my child uses. And I'm not ashamed of that. And honestly, other parents should be like that. Like, don't waste your money. Don't waste your money, because when you go to school, they make you share all these supplies. So you're wasting money for no reason when they're just going to be provided the supplies in school. And the best part is, it's not coming out of your pocket. It's coming out the other parents' pockets that are actually falling for this foolishness and buying all these supplies. But yeah, I hope that answers your questions. That's what the supplies are there for, and that's what it's going to be used for other kids who don't have supplies to use the supplies that are brought on the first day of school.
I'm going to be honest, I don't really know too much about providing school supplies to a communal bin. I know that with my kids in school, I buy school supplies for them specifically, and it's not to go into a large bin. Yes, we have to buy Kleenex boxes, but yes, my kids do need to use Kleenex boxes. Though on the other hand, there are a number of parents that think that they shouldn't be buying anything at all, and that because there's so many supplies at school, why aren't the teachers buying them? Why is it that they have to pitch in for the entire classroom to be able to have these supplies, right? So I'm curious on your thoughts. Leave a comment and let me know what you think about these videos, and I'll see you in the next one.